Hello Gemini, welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the week of the 2nd, going to the 8th of October. So let's have a little look together. Let's see what's going on for you guys. Oh, already, let's see. Very high, very big message already coming through about your career and your finances, okay? All right. For Gemini, please, sir. Thank you. Thank you. And again, thank you. Great. Whoop. Okay. Okay, great. All right, let's talk about it. On the bottom of the deck, we do have the wild card here. So this is about ending cycles. This feels like a cycle that has been very conflicting, just because underneath that, we do have the 5 of Wands. So you might be ending it with anyone who is kind of starting arguments with you and being a little bit childish, okay? You're kind of moving away from that chapter. This can also be to do with your own mind here, Gemini. You might be feeling like you're on a little bit of a roller coaster mentally. That's coming to an end now. You are starting new cycles, which is good. It feels more to do with people around you, to be fair, only because in your future I do still see that you're a bit worried or overthinking something. So it's not you, it's someone else. Something to work on though, but let's talk about it. So in terms of your oracle deck, it does feel like there is an opportunity coming your way, but you are a little bit indecisive about whether you should take it or not. The woman holding a coin represents an opportunity in terms of your work, in terms of your finances, but there is some uncertainty about whether you should take it or not, all right? And we do have daughter value coming on the bottom of the deck. So feels like you are going to take an opportunity, but for whatever reason you are unsure whether you have another option available and that's confusing you, or whether it's because this requires a very big move, or maybe there are other people involved, for example. Take your time with it. There's no need to rush. That's what it feels like. Some of you, this could be an idea that you already have about your foundation and about something that, you know, brings stability in, but you're a bit indecisive about it. Some of you, it could be you're in business, for example, you're uncertain about where to take it, but let's dive in the reading and see where that comes out for you and whether we can find a solution. So Gemini, I'm saying to everyone, if I seem tired or miserable, I'm not. Like I just don't feel like having an excess of energy in the readings. I'm just taking it slow and steady. All right, that's all. In your past energy, you do have the 7 of Pentacles, so you have been working very hard, Gemini. You've been putting a lot of effort into things. You've been trying to save up. Maybe you're just trying to be very smart with your decisions. Let's clarify the 7 of Pentacles. Sun in reverse. It feels like something's not making you happy anymore, and it's something you've put a lot of energy into. Okay? So it does feel like there is a very big change coming up for you, but there's almost like some denial about this. I think it's because you might not feel quite ready for it, but also something that you're still doing right now is not making you very happy. This could be people around you as well. Something that you put a lot of time and energy into. The Sun card coming up reverse, you're feeling like you've got a bit of bad luck with it, or you're feeling just like, does this make me happy? This doesn't bring me joy. It doesn't give me this youthful energy. Something might seem like it's tiring you out a bit, you know? There's one more for this card, please. 5 of Wands, that's that conflict. Maybe there is your internal, maybe you have a lot of competition around you, maybe you've got a lot of immature energy around you at work, or again, there is something that you might be fighting with or battling with to keep pushing with something, you know, it's not bringing happiness anymore, it's bringing conflict, it's bringing childish energy maybe, okay? In your current energy, we have the Temperance, Sagittarius energy, but it's about balancing things first before we move forward. This is my card of like a pit stop. All right, you may not feel like you need one, but you know, maybe do the F1 drivers, you know, they have to have a pit stop for their safety so they don't burn out later, so they don't come across any problems, you know, along the path. So if there is a time to spend within your own energy, Gemini, then make sure you're doing that. Make sure you take a vacation, make sure you take a time off, balance your energy, get to know how you're feeling. Don't just make rushed decisions, which I don't think you will anyway. Clarify the Temperance, please. It's about patience. The Hermit reversed. Clarify one more time with the Temperance. The Nine of Cups coming through. Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. Hermit reversed. Some of you might want to change your position. That's what I'm feeling like. Some of you are changing your dreams, your goals. You have the Tower card here and the manifestation. We have the Magician, which is about manifesting. With the Hermit reverse, is interesting because some of you, I feel like you've grown tired of a certain position in your life. Whether it's you're the mentor, you're the teacher, you're the person who guides people, you're the person who knows best. Like, you're kind of sick of that. Like, I feel like you're a bit tired of something. Maybe you are a teacher. Maybe you are someone, again, who's a mentor for others, but you're kind of feeling a little bit bored by it, jaded by it. The Tower and the Magician is saying, like, in order to manifest your dream, it may come with some separation, which is why I feel like we have this energy up here as well. Like an opportunity or an idea, but I feel like you know, it might mean that something has to end first. Could be a relationship for some of you, or again, like connections with people. One more, please, for Temperance. Two of Swords. It's a decision. Gemini. Very big one indeed. I always say with the Two of Swords, it's almost like by choosing one, it means that you have to really, you know, get rid of the other choice. And the other choice, you know, it's a big decision. You're cutting off burning bridges maybe, or cutting out something in your life. Like, this is a very big decision. Can I just see what the Hermit is doing reversed, please? Three of Cups. I feel like your position is very serious. And you don't want that anymore. Maybe you want to be like freelance. You want to do something for yourself. I kind of feel like your decision is between this Hermit reverse, which feels like a role that you used to like, but you just don't like it anymore. It's becoming too much responsibility. It's kind of feeling depressing. Not that there's any, you know, I feel like once upon a time you really enjoyed this. The Hermit is not bringing anything bad per se, but it's just like, it's tiring you. It's like the Hermit is a very old energy. And the Nine of Cups is very much youthful. It's youthful, maybe more useful to you. Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment, doing something for yourself, having more than enough, happiness. Yeah, maybe you're in a position where you feel like you kind of are watching other people be happy and successful, whether these are friends, you know, people going out, but you have to kind of stay home. Yeah, you know, which is not necessarily a bad thing if it's something that you're super happy about, proud about, and something that you know is going to pay off, but you are really contemplating something here in regards to maybe your work, maybe the people around you, or something that is going to change your life in some degree. You're wanting more fun. You're wanting more joy. You're wanting more, let's call it effortlessness. Some of you don't know what they mean by that, but it just feels like something that comes naturally to you now. Again, I feel like you've changed, Gemini, and that's what's changing here. So we have the Artist coming through in your blockage and challenge right now, and that is about starting fresh, a clean slate. What might be a blockage to you is actually being able to kind of see or visualize something that you really want other than that choice that, or other than what you've got now. I think you know that you want to be happy, you know you want some sort of level of freedom or more than enough of whatever, whether it's finances, whether it's happiness, whatever it is. Like, you know how it makes you feel. Maybe you're not certain on an idea. The Artist really asks for you to kind of visualize what it is that you actually really want and desire in your future, even if it's not the opportunity. Where do you see yourself? How does that look? How does that feel? What do you want to be like? Because that might kind of help you figure out what it is, you know, the steps to take to get there. The Artist speaks of picture it, step into it. All right, you get to be the creator of your destiny, and I think that's hard for you to see right now. Yeah, Two of Pentacles, because there's a lot to consider. Again, you are still weighing up an option here, or maybe two ideas that you want. That's that indecision here, Gemini. Seven of Cups, having a lot of options and not being certain about which one resonates with you more. Feeling a bit confused. A little bit as if maybe you're feeling like things are out of reach. be patient. I feel like the truth will come to you. Clarity will come to you. Okay, don't worry about it. In terms of your future, Nine of Swords, anxiety, worries, fears, assuming the worst, thinking the worst, sleepless nights, nightmares. Yeah, the Page of Cups. Clarify the future position, please, for Gemini. Nine of Swords again. Same card. Same crap. Nine of Swords for the future, please. I think there is a fear coming through in the near future in regards to whether a decision will even make you happy. You know, it's like, I know I'm not happy now, but what if I go out there and the grass is not greener? I'm not speaking about people, I'm speaking about opportunities. There is fear here. You have the Page of Cups coming into the future. Some of you might get a very emotional message here, but it feels like the emotional message is with the Page of Cups is that you find happiness and you find the strength and courage to push through despite your challenge of your fears and anxieties here. So some of you are really pushing beyond a comfort zone. Some of you are really pushing beyond something. You're very fearful about making this decision, but you know it's for the best. We also have the Six of Wands and the Ace of Swords. You're very victorious, and again, you will have a clear head, but it feels like you're only going to do that, Gemini, once you see it for yourself. You know, it's that energy. You're in the Nine of Swords. You know that to start a new chapter, you might have to put an end to an old chapter of your life. Let go of fears, and you will be successful with this. And you'll be able to see that when you're at the other side, that this took strength, this took courage. And courage is about doing something even when you're scared. That's what bravery is. Can't have bravery without fear. Can't have courage without fear, because it just doesn't exist otherwise. So you will push beyond that, and your advice really is, in the future, you are going to have to conquer a fear here to get to the other side. And once you've done it, you're going to be like, oh, I did it. Like, that was easy. Or again, it wasn't easy, but it was definitely worth it. I kind of get the vibes that, you know, I would do it again if I had to. That vibes. All right. What you can't see coming, Gemini, is the Eight of Wands. This is about communication coming through, positive changes, and this is about things finally moving in the right direction. So that feels good. Opportunities coming away. Clarify the Eight of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. Some of you, there could be a communication from an Earth sign. Maybe someone you've not spoken to for a while. Queen of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, and the Wild card. Things have changed. You move forward. Some of you might be getting some communication around somebody who you've already ended things with, put an end to, and you're starting a new cycle. Or again, this is to do with the same thing. Some of you could be the Queen of Pentacles, being in a stable position, but changing it up a little bit. It feels like it's in the right direction. If you felt, again, it's towards your happiness, towards joy. So yeah, I feel like this is a decision that you're making, and you're going to see the results from this. Some of you, again, it could be communication. But for a lot of you, I think you've already kind of closed out that chapter, to be honest with you. And you are closing even more the chapter. So it's fine. In terms of your relationships and people around you, the Ten of Swords. So again, putting an end to relationships that don't serve you anymore. Gemini, I do sense here that you are kind of having a big clear out. You have Seven of Wands as well. So despite the odds, you will be successful when it comes down to your love life, your relationships with people in general. All right, but it may mean that you have to really, put an end to people who are... Put an end to people. Don't do that. Oh my God, that sounds like the wrong way of wording things. Putting an end to relationships here with people who seem against you. Six of Cups. Past energy. Again, earth sign energy. This can be anyone between like family, friends, and love interest as well, by the way. Ten of Swords. So Ten of Swords here for, please. Eight of Cups, Five of Swords. Definitely walking away from something that does not serve you. Options that don't serve you. All right, Seven of Wands. Ace of Cups. So despite that, some of you may have had a lot of failed talking stages, or failed relationships here, or again friendships, whatever. It feels like despite the odds and despite how maybe your relationships have looked in the past, you do have true love coming through here. And for a lot of you, like, this feels like this is the love with yourself. Like, I'm tasting beer. Maybe you're drinking more beer. Don't know. That was random. It's love for yourself at the end of the day, because I feel like there's some reassurance for you is that at the end of the day, despite whatever these people have to say, you have love for yourself, and that's what keeps you fighting through. Okay? Or again, there is a new love coming through that again is like very beautiful love coming in for you. In terms of your advice, Queen of Pentacles coming through. This is talking about your financial position. Make sure that you are saving. Make sure that you are putting things away. Four of Pentacles coming through again. It's like holding on to some things is part of your advice. Don't do it in a sense that you have no more room for anything else. You know, don't do it in a controlling way. Don't do it in a lack perspective. Like, I have to hold on to this because if I don't, you know, I'm never going to have anything. Like, don't do it in a fearful way. Do it in a sense of that you know that, okay, this is going to really like grow and expand in my future. Your relationship with money will be very important moving forward, okay? 5 of Wands, conflicting energy. You might need to let go of, again, whoever this person is. Someone that might be holding on to you. Queen of Pentacles as advice. Knowing your worth. Some of you don't see it. Some of you need to free yourself from this energy, okay? If you do have a person who's a little bit obsessive, then it might be just kind of having to not go ghost, but not to try and fix somebody. Someone might just want some retaliation or reaction. Yeah. Place the sword, place the boundary. Opportunities coming through for you as a Chariot. So Cancerian energy, just about being balanced and going to chase your goals and dreams here. So you will find yourself figuring out what it is. Some of you, again, could be chasing love, relationships, making a decision. Once you figure out what it is that you truly want, you will make a decision here. In the meantime, take your time with it. But it feels like your opportunity here is to go after something that you know is the right decision for you. Again, that Temperance card coming through here. Some of you, again, it could be pursuing a relationship here with somebody. Yeah, the 7 of Cups. Might be some current confusion around that. So if there is, balance your energy, okay? The right one will come to you. The right answer will come to you. All right. For my Geminis, let's see. Oops. All right, we'll take the ones that are facing up. We have Groundhog Spirit, time to let go. It's coming through for you. And we have Wombat Spirit, be at home. Some of you could be moving home or feel more comfortable in your own energy right now whilst you're making decisions here. For Gemini, Star, guaranteed success coming through for you. We have Seahorse, all right. Family matters might be coming up for you guys within this week. We have Dark Man, dealing or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. Could be a relationship, or could be you, Gemini, in a relationship or feeling your heart. It says love, deep affection and caring. So your heart space is on the forefront this week. Alrighty, so make decisions with your heart. Okay, I love you guys, Gemini. I wish you all the best. I hope to see you guys next time. If you'd like a personal reading with me, that will be on my website. If they're not open by the time that you get to them, or they're sold out, whatever you come across on there will be like an email me when available option on your product of choice, reading of choice. Pop your email in there and you'll be notified as soon as they're back open again. All right, but aside from that, I love you guys. I wish you all the best and I hope to see you guys next time. All right.